Okay guys, so welcome back. What we're doing today is going through the next week of AUDJPY. So yeah, let's just get stuck in. Gonna drop the charts right down so I can't see where we're up to. Well, I can see where we're up to, but I don't want to see any trends. And I'm just gonna work it back to, I think it was like the 8th of February or something like that, about there. Okay, I'm just gonna press auto. Looks about right. Yeah, so just as a quick recap, price was trending its way upwards for a long period of time. We just had quite a strong pullback, and then price started working its way back up, and I think we just managed to break the H4, didn't we? So we just managed to break up the top there, so we're probably looking to take one or two more steps forward. About there. We'll drop down to the 15 in a second. Right, okay, so what I've done is I've again cleared up this backtesting data. Okay, so we've got the old data in there, got rid of that, got rid of this data as well from the previous week. So we had a good week last week. We're just about to do week 6 now of AUDJPY. Let's clear that out of the way. Right, so we know where we're headed. We're going up. The next conceivable sort of 4-hour order block is here. So we're just going to mark this on the chart as a potential zone to pay attention to. Okay, so I'm just going to put that as a POI. Even though, I'll tell you what, no, it's going to be demand because that is the one which broke through these new highs. Let's drop down to the 15, see if we can spot anything. Anything of interest. Let's get up to the correct date. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay. Pretty sure we're into the next week now. I just want to double check. Yeah, there we go. 5th, 7th. Okay, cool. I was a little bit confused then. I thought that we were just going over the weekend. So let's see what we've got. Okay, so we've got a break of this 4-hour structural high. So that's a 4-hour break of structure, which is great. Ideally now, or realistically, we're working our way between this level and this level. So price might come back down to here and take off. It might just go to the equilibrium, which is, let's mark this up. Sorry, move that out the way. So about there. Okay, so we're kind of looking at anything around about this mid-range mark for price to potentially reverse around from and continue its journey up. Ideally, we would just want to be taking trades in this green box here and then continuing, but that's just, you know, just something for us to bear in mind. Let's keep that on the chart, but just make it almost invisible. Okay, so we're just going to keep that there, and I'm going to slide it across so it doesn't get in our way. Okay, so what have we got here? We got the original break, which was great. We got this other one here. So we actually got a series of structure breaks on the 4-hour. We're looking at the 15-minute. Just as a real quick recap, we're using the 4-hour as the structure, we're using the 15 minutes as the entries, and we're looking for order blocks specifically. Okay, so something which I really do like, as a lot of you guys know, is I like inside bars as continuation journeys. Okay, so we've got a nice inside bar here, but this has been used up already, as far as I can tell. Right there, let's just mark that as a point of interest. That's already been used. We've got potentially this drop here. Should price come back to it, which kind of feeds back into that inside bar. So we've got that. Further below there, what do we have? And going into the sort of green zone, so we're going into the discount zone. And just tapping on that 4-hour order block, we actually have this move down. We have from here to here, and if we want to refine it to the black one, to the down candle, we can. We'll see if price comes back down there. We've got a little bit of a drop here, but I'm not too worried about that. The issue with this price action at the moment, price going along here, is that there's a ton of liquidity being formed because price is clearly pushed up and then it's zigzagging, which usually means that it's likely going to drop probably quite rapidly, take out all of this, and then continue its journey if it's going to continue up. Okay, so let's see if we can get into any trades. Let's see what's going on. Are there any other order blocks which are interesting at the moment? Nothing really. This one's been absorbed by that one. Let's see where we can go. Tell you what, I'll click on my keyboard instead. Right, okay, so we've got a nice break of structure on the 15. Okay, or sorry, that's not short, that's just break of structure, 15-minute boss, which gives us this nice sort of order block here. Let's see how we get on. Oh, don't say. I would have missed that anyway, wouldn't have got down to 25%. Unless it is continuing, and then we could just get involved in this supply candle right here. Ah, I didn't see the color of it. Okay, this would be an ideal supply candle to go down. Okay, that would be ideal for supply. Didn't realize that was a pullback. But where would we be targeting? We'd only be targeting probably here. Okay, that's completely pointless. Take that back off the chart. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can get anything. Okay, so we're breaking through. Again, just like what I said there, liquidity being formed, that's normally what happens along ascending and descending channels. You get liquidity being formed. So let's just mark on here, liquidity. Right, okay. We haven't got a break of this structure yet. Not that one, sorry. We haven't got a break of this structure. If we get a break of this structure, I'm going to assume that we're slightly bearish. At the moment, let's just mark this as the high. Going to do this as the H4. Get rid of the boss because it's not broken. Okay, so a nice thick blue line so we can see it clearly. And at the moment, we're just playing between this range. Ideally, we want to be getting involved somewhere down here if we can. Somewhere close down here. If it's going to be this range which we're playing with. Or if price is going to continue further and mitigate some of these order blocks. Who knows? Well, that was lucky. Right. Okay, so we have had a break of this, but it's only with a wick. I don't really like just wick breaks and then rejections, and then it's an engulfing candle as well. Let's keep going a tiny bit. Okay, so what it's done is it's left behind quite a decent order block here, but it's huge. This is absolutely massive. If we get a tag into this in the future, depending on what happens, we'll take it. This is going to be a stupid stop loss. Oh, okay. No, it just looks bigger on the chart than what it is. 6.8. Not too bad. Not too shabby. And we'll probably target that order block down there. Despite us having another order block here on the 15, we've got a big 4-hour one to focus on. So that would be an 8.85, which is quite cool if that was to come in. Because we're working our way down, let's make this a little bit more clear on the chart, what we can be looking at. Okay. So this, okay, let me just revisit this. This inside bar has already had the liquidity taken out of it by this little wick, so I'm going to remove that. That leaves us with this. There is a gap here, so there's a tiny bit of imbalance between there and even just here. So there is imbalance within this area. Price normally fills that imbalance, or it will come to at least a halfway point, or it will fill it entirely. But do I want to get involved in a trade if it comes down to go up and continue the trend upwards? If I thought that was big, this one's probably going to be a bit bigger. Now this seems mad. I'm looking at doing 2 trades in different directions. This one is pro trend, so we're happy to take this all the way up to the line. Okay, all the way up to there. And that'd be a 6.5 to 1. And this other one, if we get it, will just be counter trend down to here. Not too happy with taking counter trend routes. It's only pro trend, which we really want to do, but we're just going to do this for the time being and see what happens. Okay, it's just avoided it for now. Oh, did we get tagged? Yeah, okay, we're in. We're in our first trade going up. Okay, this now looks a little bit silly, because we're going to be tagged in both trades and we're going to be tagged out of at least one of them. Let me just recheck what I'm doing. The 4 hour is down here. Okay, that is the range. My apologies. Right, sorry, let me redo this. Okay, I want to see where premium and discount now needs to change. So yeah, anything sort of around here in this order block is going to be our premium. This might be a regretful move. I'm going to keep, you know what, I'm going to keep this counter trend trade on. We've had, only on the 15 minute, but we've had our sort of chop forming around here, change of character. Price worked its way up again. It didn't break the highs. It's indicating that it might want to move lower. We're not going to take it too seriously until the 4 hour changes, so we're still bullish, really. We're going to keep them both on. I know it sounds a little bit mad, but we're going to keep them both on. Uh-oh. Right, okay, so we're now in this trade as well, which means at the moment with this one, we're in for about 2.89. And what we do have is, you know what, I should have noticed this. Oh, this is going to be really hard to see. I'm going to keep this on with the blue lines just so you can see. It's only minor. But we've had a change of character there. Price came down, filled that imbalance, but it hasn't filled up that order block. There is an order block essentially from there to there to go long. If we want to refine it again, we can actually go with this very last candle, which swept everything. And it just tapped, just filled the imbalance of this one here. Okay, so we've got another 2 possible entries should price come back down. I'm now regretting getting into this move here, because this was around about the 50% line of the last 4 hour leg, which is usually where price looks at reversing from. I feel like this might have been a bit of a stupid move. Hope you guys don't judge me if this just goes completely against me. Let's carry on. And I'll tell you what, we do have another potential order block heading down here as well. Let me rethink this, okay? So we've had a break here. We have a nice looking order block right here, a nice rejection. Got some supply coming in right there. So we have got potentially another reversal point up here. This took any liquidity out of that rejection. We do have the potential for another trade should this one fail, and we're still going to be in this trade. Oh my days, what am I thinking? A 3 pip stop, and we would target this low here. Okay, so that looks decent enough. We might just target, because this is counter trend, we might just target a swing here. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's what we'll do. So we would target a swing here, probably that. It might be a different one at some point, but let's go. Let's just carry on. Oh, right, okay, sorry, I didn't even notice that. So we've got our first trade and, well, second trade and our first loss. Okay, so that's a bit unfortunate, a bit frustrating. I kind of had a feeling about that one not working out, being counter trend and all that. So minus 1%. Hopefully that's not going to be the trend for the whole video. I am finding myself a little bit confused at the moment, just because this price action looks a bit messy to me. Don't want to give excuses, but that's quite hard to trade. Stuff which is like this is usually quite clean. Oh well, let's keep going. Right, okay, so if we get tagged into this one, this is going to be our target. Otherwise, we're still bullish, okay? Did we get tagged into? Yeah, so we are in this one, okay? So we're still in this trade. So -1 and -1 there. If this becomes -1, and you know what, we're just tagged in as well. So -2, and then this should theoretically, because it didn't break the lows again, it should continue and break the highs. So if we have to take -2 off of this, you know, we're still plus 4.5. So in a real life scenario, these are the trades that I would take. So I would literally just be hedging my bets against this one. If these were to come in, happy days, because the risk reward's massive. Let's just keep on going. Oh man. Ah, why? Prime example as to why you should only be doing pro trend. Okay, second loss in a row, not looking good. Watch this, it will just continue its way down now, I bet. Look at that rejection. Great. And as it is working its way down, okay, so we're -2. I don't want to make it -3. There are 2 other trades here. So just coming back to look at this first entry over here, we've got a very similar setup. I just want to, okay, it's a bit messy. So this setup here is a move down, strong black candle, push up with a grey candle, okay? This move here, strong black candle, and a push up with a black candle. But price came down to tap this black candle, okay? Take any liquidity out of this black candle. So I'm going to assume the same with this one, that price may work its way down and get involved in this, because we have had these wicks, okay? These wicks have filled up any imbalance. So what do we have on the chart? That's definitely our kind of zone, but the move I'm going to take a risk on is this grey candle. Sorry, I can see that the screen's flickering. So let's do that. Let's mark it up. Should price come back to it, and hopefully not just fly through it, because that would be disastrous. That would be four losses in a row. But you do need to stomach drawdown periods like that. Okay, so our target is going to be the 4-hour high, so the risk reward should be decent. And all what you need essentially is one of these to come off, and you're at least going to be, well, you're most likely going to be at least break even for the week. So that's going to be almost, you know, a 13-hour trade if it comes in, but it might just smash us straight out. Oh, the speed in which it's coming down. Getting nervous now. Right, we're tagged in. This isn't looking good. Might as well just turn off the video. This is probably going to be bad. Okay, that's positive. So we've got a little break of structure. And we had this happen, okay? So we had this reversal pattern happen, just to draw it out. and then possibly a chance to get involved here or down here again on the way back up, so another move. But that's the reversal pattern which we're looking at. We wanted a break of, well, first of all, we wanted a break at a low, which is what we got down here. Okay, so you get a break of this low, showing that the market might be slowing down. We're in an area of interest, which was a larger order block, which we've just refined. Then we get a break of this structure. And then maybe there's going to be a confirmation entry off of these if we can. If we can, I'll draw it on. If not, we'll just ignore it. But I wouldn't mind getting involved again. Okay, right. This is looking really positive. Okay, this is looking really good. A couple of inside bars as well, which I do like the look of. Oh man, I knew that I should have placed a trade on that inside bar. Oh well, we would be tagged on that, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to put that down as a missed trade because I was clicking too fast. That's a bit frustrating. So I love inside bars when it's just continuing the trend. You can normally get into an inside bar like what would have happened here, but this was a missed trade. And just a 3.6. Oh, actually, having said that, what's the risk reward ratio going to be? 4.22. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a missed trade. I don't know if it's going to win or lose at the moment, but still. Yeah, that's a missed trade. We're going to keep that on the chart, okay? But I'm going to draw on there that it's been missed. Oh! Or can we say that we got in that because it came back to re-enter? No, I'll say that's missed trade. You know, that's going to be cheating otherwise, really. Boom. Wow. Okay, that's impressive. And that, yeah, so that's broken the 4-hour structure. Okay, that's it. That's really cool. So we did get a win over here, which is brilliant. So plus 6.46. Let's double check that. Yeah, we were in that. So plus 6.46, I like that. Plus 6.46%. Then we lost one, and we re-entered another one here, which was 12.95. Nice. And then we've got a missed trade of 4.22, which is a bit frustrating. We could have put that on as a win, and then I'm just going to bracket that clicking too fast. In real life, you'd have re-entered in that if you could. Right, okay, liking that, liking it a lot. And what do we have left behind? Just before that break of structure, so just before the 4-hour break of structure, the last move down, this looks more like an inside bar to me. I don't know why it's not flagging in red. This black candle here is the last sort of main move down. The high is 81.102, 81.102, practically an inside bar. Equal highs, but you know, it's practically an inside bar. I think that this has left behind a nice demand zone. Because essentially what this has done is this has fed the move upwards, okay? So that's a 15-minute demand. Yeah, that's fed the move upwards to break this high, okay? I'm liking the look of that. If price comes back to it, I would get in off of that because it's just cleared out everything else which was in here. All right, that's cool. I'm liking that. Let's see where we can go now. Right, okay. I was just going to say I'm looking for a break of this. So we've now got our 4-hour high. Get rid of the boss. That H4 will move if we go past it again. So I'm just going to jump onto the 4-hour and see where our structure is. So that hasn't revealed anything. It was before 6 o'clock, so it hasn't revealed anything. I just want to see where the next lowest point is on the H4. It is this wick here. So we've got to mark this out on the charts. There. Our new range, and we also have another low right here. So our new range is essentially here to here. If price can come down to the new premium versus discount and get into our discount zone, or at least near it, we'd be very happy to take the trade. We'll take a trade going upwards again. So let's just put that on there. This is getting very messy. I do apologize. So yeah, that 15-minute demand zone is close. It's okay. If you were looking at just like a standard fib, probably be around about the 38 to 40 mark. I don't use fibs though, waste of time. 15-minute, okay. And there's maybe those inside bars there. I'm gonna mark them out as well, just in case. I know there was a bit of price action after them, so I'm not, you know what, I'm not actually that intrigued by them. If I do get involved, it would have to be down here. It would have to be a real deep entry. Right there. Okay, not looking as appealing. This looks good though. Let's remove that because it's starting to look really messy. Right, let's get an entry drawn on the chart. This is quite a strong purple, isn't it? Let's change it to like pink. That's a bit better. Right. And where would we target? We would be targeting. Oh, cool. Less than 3 pips. Okay, that's good. We'd just be targeting the next H4. Okay, next H4 high. Let me just flick back onto the 4 hour and see if we can go way back on the charts. Is there anything back here? Blimey. Okay, let me just figure out what we're touching on. Alright, yep. Another kind of order block on the way down. This candle. And next level is looking like it's going to be up here. So there's a huge imbalance all the way up here. Price could just continue going all the way up there. Quite liking the look of that. Let's mark that on the chart. It's a thick blue line, which indicates that is a 4 hour structure. That's miles. Let's just see how many pips that is. Oh, 83. It looked like a lot more. Okay, right. So drop that down to the 15. At least we have a couple of targets. We could theoretically target that next one if we're pretty certain that this one's going to break. What would that make our risk-reward ratio? 38. We're not going to do that. Okay, we're not going to be stupid. We're looking to take profits and grow this little made-up account. Okay, so let's put that there. 9.72. I will be happy with that. Let's keep going. Sorry, I've been waffling a lot. Ooh, okay, we're in. It was a bit of a drop, but I still like the look of this. Okay. Yeah. But for me to gain actual decent confidence in real life, I'd be looking to take some sort of profit off of here. I'd at least lock in, potentially break even around there if we got a break of this. Or even a break of this, but we'll just see how we get on with it. Okay, but never confident until we get a break of the most recent structure. Oh, there we go. Right, we got it with a good body break as well. Oh, and a rejection. Oh my days. Okay. Oh, why? That looks like a good rejection. Could we get another fill off of here? Nice order block. We did break the most recent structure, which is here. So technically speaking, on this lower time frame, we're working our way back up again. We could get involved on another order block potentially, although this might be the order block which it's grabbing all of its juice from. It looks like it is. But there is another potential entry right here. So we can mark that up and we'll just be targeting the same place. Uh, 2.3 pips. That one's 2.9, 2.3. It'll probably work out the same sort of risk-reward ratio. And we're already up. Okay, so we think of it like this. We're already up with 2 trades. We lost 2. We won 2. We missed 1. So we could realistically get in 2 here and lose these 2 and still be up. So let's do this as well. Or with this one, do we want to be wise and just target that? So that's 11.22. 7. No, you know what? Sticking to the rules, we're targeting H4 if we can. And this is pro trend, so it is definitely H4 as a target. Let's keep going. Oh man. Are we out? Well, this week seems really messy compared to last week. It's teasing me. Oh, and again. Oh my days, if this was a live trade, I'd be panicking. What we did have... potentially another... you know what, it can get ridiculous at times. It can get really ridiculous. Because what we had here was another minor break. Yes, it was a rejection. Break, pullback, break. Working our way back up. A break of that. We could have marked up on this candle another entry. But we're not going to, because it would just get way too messy. I don't want to have 3 trades running in the same direction if I can help it. I just did that on AU. Sorry, not AU. Gold. Oh, the regret of not putting it on the chart. This is looking good. Boom. Right through. So H4 has been hit, which is looking good. What day did we start on? Okay, quite pleased with this. We're going to the 14th, are we? Where did we start this week from? It was over there. 7th. So the 5th to the 12th. Okay, so we don't want to go any further than the 12th. Which is about here. Okay. So let's mark on our charts what we got. Plus 9.72. Quite pleased with that one as well. Okay, that's great. And then this one. That one was 11.22. Okay, much better. Okay, quite pleased with that. We've had 4 wins, 2 losses, and a missed trade. We've had a couple of missed trades, to be fair. And then what else do we have beyond this? We've got another nice inside bar. But it was an inside bar off a wick. What was the last inside bar which we liked? That was off a body, but it wasn't quite an inside bar. Price hasn't come back to that. Right, because we're on the 4-hour structure again, let's work our way back. Let's click forward a couple more, because we can afford to. Right. So we're going to jump onto the 4-hour and see where our structure is. Because we've got the 4-hour break. So that's the H4. And the lowest point between here and here is this one. So this is our new range at the moment. Okay, so is that a tasty looking order block right here? It's not magnificent looking. Was there anything lower? Lower time frame? Well, this is a little bit easier to see actually. Discount will be here. That wick came down into the red one. to the inside bar, potentially right here. Oops, what am I doing? It's a point of interest because it's what broke and then broke through. The move which funded it was this inside bar here, potentially. So that's another point of interest. Let's keep going. We can go up to here. Oh, so we got another break. Okay, that's cool. So the 4 hours being broken. Does that mean that the 4 hours are really condensing now? 14th. Right, okay. So we're into the next week. So we don't need to go any further. I'm going to go back a tiny bit just so I can just look at the 4 hour. Got a break between there and there. It's just an inside bar. So technically there is another low here, a minor low. The major structure low is still there, but that's a minor low. I thought that looked a little bit condensed because the next low is technically just here with it being an inside bar. But let's just calculate that. Let's add that up. That's looking really cool. Was there? Right, so week 6. Yep, 4 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. 1 missed. And then we just need to add it up. So 38.35. Nice. Liking that. Okay, looking really good. Another cracking week with AUDJPY. I really do like this pair. It's looking fantastic. Yeah, please do leave me a comment, guys, if this has been helpful to you. And if there's anything that I'm not explaining correctly, I know that I had a bit of confusion around here. And it was just looking really messy price action. It looked like price was going to be reversing, but I just had to refer back to the H4 that we hadn't technically changed trend direction. And yeah, we just entered off the basic order block. So let me know what your thoughts are. If you still like these videos, I'll keep going with them. I am going to be doing backtesting of the US 30 next as well. So that'd be really interesting. I've never even looked at it. So that would be quite interesting. I don't know if it's going to work. Might have a diabolical week or a month or however long it takes to do. But just using the same sort of strategy. But again, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your week, and good luck on the charts.